Woohoo! Welcome to day 2 of my 5-day challenge around creating a daily practice that's powerful. And my first question for you today is, did you do your gratitude? Did you do it yesterday? And then we're also going to start off each and every day with a small gratitude exercise. It's a habit that is so important and so powerful for all of us to get into. So each day, as we add an additional section, the first one is always going to be gratitude. Just focusing on it. Write down 3 things. You can write more. You can write as many as you want. But try to write down a minimum of 3 things that you are truly grateful for today. And next, I'm going to add a new element for you today, and that is around questions. Several of my mentors have quoted to me that the quality of our life is based on the quality of the questions that we ask ourselves. And when we become conscious, we find that we are often not asking powerful questions. We're asking ourselves the wrong questions. We're asking ourselves, why did this happen to me? Or why does nothing ever work out for me? Questions that do not empower us. In fact, they lead us down the wrong road. Our minds are very powerful technologies, our brains, and they're seeking answers. They're like a search engine. And when you ask a question, your brain is going to spend the day seeking that information that you're asking it. So if we're asking the wrong questions, it's seeking out the wrong information. And with that information is also the emotional state that we're in and our responses to the situations that come up in our life. So we can really create a lot more powerful situations in our life when we ask the right questions. So often in today's world, many of us love quotes, and they're very wise and they have a lot of wisdom in them. Often if you're on Facebook, you'll see a quote, a meme with a beautiful picture and a quote in it, and we'll read that quote and we'll say, wow, that's good, that sounds really good, and there's a lot of wisdom in that. But how often do we really stop and meditate on that quote and seek out questions as to how that quote could be more meaningful in our life? What sort of wisdom could it impart to me in the way that I actually live my life on a daily basis? So what I'm going to do for you for the rest of the week is add a quote for you each day. And below that quote, I'm going to ask you very specific questions to help you think at a deeper level and to send your mind out for the day, seeking out really powerful and positive answers for you. So I'm going to give you an example. For today, your quote will be, act as if it were impossible to fail. And I'm sure everyone out there has heard that quote or some version of it. But how often do you really contemplate that quote and really ask yourself, how does that apply to me in my life today, right now? And farther on down, maybe during the week as I go through my week. So the questions that I'm going to ask you about that would be, how would you act if it truly were impossible for you to fail? Who would you be? And that's really important, because who would you be as you go through your day, and what would you do? And an even more important question would be, what keeps you from being and doing just those things? And when you ask yourself those questions, and you can do some journaling, you can write down the answers. You can also, if you spend a lot of time in your car, which so many of us do, you can do this exercise verbally. If you've got children in the car or other adults, it would be a really fun exercise to even interact with them and ask them, what is your answer to these questions? What would you do? Who would you be? And why aren't you doing and being that person and creating that in your life? So use that time if you're spending a lot of time driving around, and use it positively. You'll get a PDF with the quote and the questions. And it's very, very powerful if you can sit for 10 or 20 minutes in the morning and write down your answers. But if you can't, if you make a decision to commit to these things, then you will find a way. You'll find a way to do this and to start creating a much more powerful way to start your day. Or perhaps your mornings just aren't going to allow it. Do it at the end of the day so that your mind is out seeking these answers as you sleep and you wake up in a very positive and powerful frame of mind. So I'm going to send you out there and to do your exercises, do your gratitude, read your quote, and answer those questions. I'd love to see some of your answers posted on our Facebook page. If you have you want to question me, you can question it privately or put it out on the Facebook group page that I've got for us set up. All right, take care. Have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow.